Evening, you lot. How you doing? It's Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here for another Tuesday night gaming chat where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. How is everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better than I am. I am still struggling a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Going to say hello to everybody here. We are live on YouTube, mobile and desktop, and also Twitch mobile and desktop. Gozzo, first one here. Good evening, sir. How are you? Kindred is our community member of the month. If we can get a shout out for Kindred, please, I greatly appreciate it. So he gets a shout out on every show. Rock Muse, hello, lovely. How are you? How are you doing? Oh, guest is here. I'm not going to show his name just yet, but guest is here on YouTube. There you go. Jesse said, "I'd love to say hi, but the dog just sneezed in my mouth." Nice. Hannah, good evening. How you doing? Big Fuzzy Panda, hello, buddy. I said bloody then. Hello, buddy. Oh, God, it's going one of those evenings. I said, I wonder why I had no music, and then I had realised I had Twitch muted. Sophie, thank you so much for your tier 1 sub. Good evening, Soph. Hope you're well. That's 52 months. You subscribed for 55 months, which is insane. Thank you so much for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. Who else we got? Sam Stewart, how you doing? Lorraine, hello, lovely. How are you? Hey, up. So I guess from a couple of weeks ago. It's Dan from Debug. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Flame, good evening. How you doing? Sam Stewart says, I'm good. Hello, everybody. Bitch says, hope you're feeling better, Soph. You could see it in your eyes. Get hydrated. I will. Don't worry. Danka, you've just been rewarded a 55 stream streak. That's 450 Mojo Bytes to you, good sir. Retro Cesar, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Can't stay long. I had no sleep last night. Funny you should say that. Same. I haven't slept since Monday morning, whatever it was. I don't know. Dream Consoles Online. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you guys. I'm good, thanks. Been playing Borderlands 4. How are you finding that, Gozzo? Because I thought it was the most blandest fucking game I played last year. I was really hyped for it, and I thought it was shite. But if you're enjoying it, let me know, because it's interesting, because for some, it has got a big fan base, that game, but I love the other ones. Yeah, no worries, Sophie. Absolutely fine. Falco's in. He says, Bing Bong, what are you talking about tonight? Well, we'll tell you that a little bit later on. Jesse, you are on a 25 stream streak. You've just been rewarded 450 Mojo Bytes. Thank you very much. Brian from UKGN, good evening. How you doing? The nurse's outfit is on order. Just send all medical help everywhere for everybody. Sophie, me, anybody else feeling a bit groggy. Sleep, what's that? I have enjoyed it. The gameplay, that's all. Okay, fair enough. I gave up on Borderlands 4 at level 20-ish. Yeah, I just didn't do it. Flame, you've been rewarded 450 Mojo Bytes for a 10 stream streak. Thank you. Thank you, Soph. There you go. So you're all well. Before we get kicking off, I have to state, because I'm illegally contracted to do this, that we are sponsored by Foundation Galactic Frontier, the mobile game, which came out a couple of months ago. We have set a number of challenges for you to complete. 2 of you have nearly finished it, and we're only like 1 week and a bit in, and you've got until the 25th of Feb to complete all the challenges. If you want to find out more, game's completely free to play on PC and mobile phone. You can pick which platform you want to play. The idea is you've got to get to level 20 in the game. I know 2 of you got to level 17 already. Every time you hit one of those goals, it basically helps to fund the channel so that we can basically do all this shit week in, week out. So thank you to all of you that have done that, and do go check it out for the links that are there. Without further ado, because I'm already fed up on my own voice, I need to bring in my co-host who knows the most, the one, the only, the real brains behind all this, Mr. Davy Jones.
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not too bad. Better than you, at least.
I'm just like,
you need some beauty sleep.
I would never get beauty sleep. I'd get sleep. I wouldn't get beauty sleep, but there you go. How's you? What have you been playing?
I am good, thank you. I have been playing quite a bit of Cairn since it came out last week. I believe you finished it, but I'm still I don't know, maybe I'm like halfway through or something. I think I put about 10 hours in, but I've been spending quite a lot of time like exploring various areas and trying to find stuff, which has been quite fun. There was like one area where I was trying to get these 3 parts of a particular item, and they're all in different places. And the amount of time I spent is trying to find ways to get to each of these bits, because they're all on like different bits of the mountain, different heights. I think I spent a good couple of hours going around that bit.
I think you could sink 25, 30 hours into that game
I
and
think
just
you
find
can,
all the stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can probably blast through it in sort of the 10-ish hours I've spent on it so far. But you know, I've still got loads to do. But I'm enjoying it, taking it at that pace, because it's just loads to like just figure out. And it's the gameplay is good. It's quite stressful when you play it, but it's got quite a good type of stressful, because you do feel quite a bit of satisfaction. You eventually get to a point where you've got the safety. You're off the side of the mountain, because half the time you're running out of pitons, and you know, the weather's turning bad. You haven't got much chalk. You know, your health and stuff. Your health and thirst are getting a bit dicey. I had one point where I really was like out of food, and character was starving, blacked out at one point. Had to get them like going again, get them back from hanging off the rope. Managed to get up the mountain, managed to find some food just before like they actually went to like death. So it was getting pretty stressful, but it was good. I'm enjoying it.
I think I didn't rush it, but I think I said to you, we're having this discussion at the weekend. There's 3 endings. I'm not going to spoil this for anyone. You get an ending if you get to the top of the mountain, okay, because that's the ultimate goal. There's an ending if you do what Dave's doing and basically trying to find everything, which I'm assuming is like the best ending to get, and then get to the top of the mountain. And then there's another ending, which is about just over 3/4, 80% of the way through, where you have a decision. And you can decide whether you, again, I'm not trying to spoil it, but yeah, that will give you a third ending, if depending on what you pick. I am very tempted to go back and play more of it just to see some of the other endings, but it's just that ever thing of, I've had another 40 games slapped on me to try out. And I'm
this is the problem. There's too many of the bloody things.
I know. So I'm glad I finished it. And I have been watching someone else who's playing it, so I might just cheat and watch them do it and see what endings they get.
Yeah, it might be easiest.
And then some of you saw me play the new Carmageddon last night, and I've been playing more of that this afternoon. I'll give my thoughts on that a bit later on, because we are talking about that. But yeah, so I played a bit of that, and then looking forward to what is going to be 3 weeks of really good games, because we've got the new Suda 51 game coming out tomorrow. We got Hard Life 2, we've got Reanimal, and then we've got Resident Evil Requiem. So I'm like flipping out. We're going to be a bit spoiled.
It's looking tempting. I've been out the Resident Evil games for a while, but I'm quite liking the look of that. I'm just going to hang off and see what the reviews are like before I jump in. I am tempted. Kind of wish there's a demo of it so I could try it, but I'll tell you one demo that I did try. I think the demo's been out for a bit, but it popped up on the Switch too last week after the Nintendo Direct. Was that Pragmata? Actually quite liked it. Actually, not too bad. You know, a reasonable mix of a third-person shoot with the hacking that you got to do to make the enemies more vulnerable, and that actually it wasn't too bad once I got into it.
Yeah,
and it actually looked and ran surprisingly well on the Switch too.
It's surprising. That looks cool, and it's funny because in that week again, it's one of those week. I mean, Kindred just said I like the look of Pragmata. You've also got that Saros out the same week, end of April, so which is the sort of successor to Returnal, but it's not a sequel. So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting if it'll these
too many good games, too little time.
Yeah, there's a rumor. Yeah, there's a rumor that the State of Play on Thursday at 10 o'clock, which we'll talk about next week, there might be a Resi 5 remake on the way.
Interesting to see what they do with that. I wasn't a fan of it in its original state, quite honestly.
It's one of my.
I didn't like the co-op side.
It's definitely not my least favorite one. That's 6, because 6 is fucking awful.
I never bothered with 6. I dropped off the series after 5 because I wasn't playing it co-op with anyone, but I had the AI co-op partner. It was just shit. It just kind of spoils it for me.
If they can bring out a remake of 5 and it's really good, I'll be happy. But there you go. I don't think they need to do 5, but we'll see.
No.
See what happens on Thursday. We'll see if your tip off Gozzo is correct or not, my friend. Sophie, good night. Take care. Thank you. I appreciate you can't stick around, so take care. Right. Shall we bring our guest in this evening?
I think we should.
So we've got a flurry of events we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, we had the lads from Debug talking about their event at the end of April. And then last week, we had the wonderful Lauren talking about Guildford Games Festival, which is next week. Well, the week after, on the 28th of Feb, down in Bristol, is going to be the second ever Bristol Video Games Expo. And the guy behind that event is here with us tonight. Please welcome Alex from Bristol Video Games Expo. Good evening, sir.
Hello, how are we doing? All good?
All good,
Yeah,
nice.
how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. That was some energy right there, wasn't it?
Energy. Whereas I'm just like, but yeah, you're going to bring the energy up for all of us.
Absolutely.
So lots of people saying hello. Also, straight away, look at that, a link. Get your tickets now. You can get 20% off using that link with Muggins code right there, MAG26. Go check it out. Hannah says, hey, Alex.
Hello,
welcome.
Jesse, how you doing? Hello, Rock Muse.
Hello, Alex. Falco's just saying, hang on. They need to remake Code Veronica first. Let's not get into it.
Definitely.
See, I would agree with that. I think most people would agree with that.
It's a better
Veronica
game.
was awesome.
Did you say bad game?
It's just a better game.
Oh, I thought you said bad game.
No, better than 5 and 6. And I know that.
Oh yeah,
they've just said reasons 6 was good. I think why Stories Christ Plus. The story of 6 was all right and it's clever, but I thought the gameplay was crap because it became just a generic button, quick time action game, and it wasn't great. But you know, I get the story was good. I did like the story with 6, but it's probably the
Did you play the Revelations games?
I played the first one.
The second one is really good.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, you should give that a go at some point. The first one's all right, but the second one I think you probably enjoy a lot more.
Yeah, because it's got Barry in it, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, it's really enjoyed that.
So we are literally a couple of weeks away. Not to put the fear of God into you or anything, but you're.
Yes, I am crying inside.
Obviously, we've had you on the show before, talking about when you've been working with the Debug lads for Debug U and the Debug Awards, and obviously Nottingham Video Games Expo, which has been running for 4 years now. But this is the second ever Bristol Video Games Expo. I'm going to bring up the website. So you've got it's jam packed because you've added even more stuff since I last looked.
It just keeps growing at this point. So obviously it's in a brand new venue. So we decided to make the change because the thing is with events, when we first went to Bristol, we were like, let's try it, see if there's the appetite for it. Yeah. And obviously what you can see here was the first venue. We've now gone to another venue, which is part of the University of Bristol.
Yes. Which if I go...
Yeah. And it's...
there it is.
Yeah, a lot bigger. So we had a lot more space to play with. We've added kind of some new areas as well that we just thought.
I'll go up and start.
Because the thing is, for example, in the image just below there, the cosplay area. So Tom is the guy, Batman guy. Yeah. So he reached out just as I was kind of like starting to launch the second year. Yeah. He was like, "Oh yeah, do you think we could do something with cosplay a bit more this year?" Because obviously we had a panel last year, him and his partner came along. And I was like, do you know what, Tom? Just run with it. So, and he truly has. Tom has really gone for it. He's got all these interesting cosplayers coming along. They're doing some like meet and greets and, the cosplay sort of, we've got a cosplay photographer as well as Jesse and Hannah are going to be there.
Oh, yes.
Everything. Yep. So we've got a massive crew of photographers this year. But as well as that, Pokemon area. So one of my friends, Jed, he runs a podcast called the Pika Powers Podcast. And it's the 30th anniversary, I believe, near enough the weekend of the event. Okay. So we're like, let's run with this. Because again, people might say, well, hold on, that's not gaming. But hold on. When I first remember Pokemon, it was the games more than it was the series, right? And a lot of it feeds into things like cosplay and and Pokemon. So I was like, let's do that. What else? We've got arcade machines this year.
Brand new.
That's a first for us. As well as that, got the voice actor panel. So JD, the guy on the left with the beard, he reached out. He's like, "Can we do a voice actor panel?" He just emailed me out of the blue, and I was like, cool. "Yes, please." Loads of guests. We got the Oliver twins. We've got obviously James Hannigan, who you're going to be interviewing.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking to this gentleman there, BAFTA award-winning composer.
Yeah, he's worked on so much as well. Yeah. John Riggs coming all the way from America,
flying all the way in. Yeah, he's such a lovely guy as well. So
he is, and he's a tall dude.
Yeah, he's big. I didn't realise he did wrestling stuff as well, because I've seen some stuff. I was like, Jesus, okay.
So, if you watch his like shorts or his like Instagram stuff, he's because I think I don't know if he does like announcing or he acts like a manager or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So he does that. But yeah, we got Frank Gaskin. He's talking about his games that weren't. Obviously, he's got his book and the website. And then we've got Duncan Gutteridge, who obviously did the art for Sonic 2 and 3, I think. Yeah. The European versions. He's doing a talk as well. He's going to be there all day.
Is he going to do live illustrations? Like, because I've seen him at other events, and he does that thing where you interview him and then he's doing it as he talks, which is really
That's what he's going to be doing. Yeah, he's going to be doing it live on stage at the same time as being interviewed. So that will be
that's
pretty cool. Yeah. And then we got a ton of trailers.
There you go.
Loads of trailers. So all the types of things related to gaming, Pokemon, then they're going to be here. And to be fair, a lot of these are kind of staples of our events now, like Saw Thumb, Right Sprite, Dream Consoles, Retro Bristol. They're all awesome. I think Barry's in the chat, actually, Dream Consoles. Or he was a second ago. Yeah. And then Matt, obviously, Light Gun. Matt usually goes to Timeless, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I think he's a staple for both. I think he's a staple for every gaming event ever going. To be honest,
I think he is, to be fair, but he's such a good dude.
He is.
But yeah, and then obviously we got the expanded Debug Indie Game area, which is sponsored. We haven't actually announced this anywhere yet, or I can't remember now. Sponsored by Secret Mode.
Oh, nice! So we've got
it's not actually listed on the website yet, but it will be. So yeah, and the list of the games that we've got there aren't. There's even more to add to the website. So they'll be getting added soon. Last year, again, as it was a first event, we had like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
so not many people had heard of the event, and I think we've now got 29, something like that.
Yeah. Falco says, "Have you got a Street Fighter competition event? No Call of Duty or anything like that?"
So we did toy about the idea of Call of Duty. It's not something we would never do. It's something we could potentially do, but at the moment we've literally used up all the space. So, I would love to be able to add even more. But currently, because we've got obviously the LAN areas for Quake 3, Minecraft, a new one for us this year, because we've got there's a lot of families coming. We sell a lot of family tickets and children's tickets. Not that everyone who plays Minecraft's a child, but what I mean is it's their it's their type of game. Everyone loves Minecraft.
Yeah.
Nintendo Bristol, they'll be doing their Mario Kart tournaments. A retro gaming area. Yeah. Naturally.
Amazing.
I mean, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and we should probably give a shout out to the sponsor, because I don't know if he's watching or not.
Yes.
But, the wonderful Mark from the Gaming News Agent, who is sponsoring the event. Is it on? It's on the thing, isn't it? There
it's
it is.
on right at the top. It should say. There we go. Event sponsor.
There you go.
So yeah,
that's pretty damn multi-pack. So starts at what, 10 o'clock?
Yeah. So for VIP ticket holders, which obviously we've sold out of those ones. That's from 10, and then from 11, it's every other ticket type. So families, adults, children, etc.
Cool. I should pull up the schedule, actually. There you go. Oh, there you go. Guess being a Street Fighter 2 Turbo tournament. There you go. There you go, Falco. Just for you, good sir. 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Duncan Gutteridge, 1 p.m. the Oliver Twins. The voice actor panel at 2. James Hannigan at 3. Good, I know what time I'm on now. I was going to message you next week and go, what time do you need me? 4 p.m. Frank Gaskin. And then also the gaming areas. Obviously, the arcade's open all day. It's a Bristol day. All these are all day.
Literally all of that is throughout the entire day. A shout out to actually Computer Nostalgia Heaven. So he's always been at our Nottingham events. And he wanted to come down for Bristol last year. And naturally, absolutely. So he's got a lot of development consoles and kind of prototypes that you just don't really see. So big shout out to him. He's supported us from day one as well. So
nice. That is a stacked lineup, and it finishes what, about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock?
About 5. I mean, it can overrun slightly. We've been told by the venue that we don't have to be out until God knows what time. So if it continues on, it continues on. But yeah, the actual posted time is till about 5 o'clock.
Okay. Falco says, I'm not a big fan of Street Fighter games, but they are fun. I won't compare.
Yeah.
Give it a go. You never know. You might win. You never know.
Depends who's there on the day.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You don't know. You might have some hardcore fans, or you might just have some part-timers just button mash. You might beat them. You don't know.
I think the issue we had last time was Quang turned up, and obviously Quang's
yeah,
yeah, he's obviously a massive Street Fighter fan, and he's amazing at it. So, yeah.
Damn. Okay, remind me never to play a challenge with him. He was literally on the show a couple of weeks ago. So,
yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to play any games with him because I've got no chance of winning that.
Yeah, he's very good.
So if you want to get your tickets are on sale now. Obviously, the VIP tickets have gone completely. But you can get 20% off tickets by using the exclamation mark in the Twitch chat, and I'll drop the links in the YouTube chat in a minute. Exclamation BVGE. There's a code MAG26 will get you 20% off all tickets. The tickets aren't expensive, are they? Really, it's probably one of the best value for money events I think in the UK. I'm not going to lie.
So, and that was kind of what we wanted to do with this. Is it's not basically every penny that pretty much goes into it or gets from tickets pretty much goes straight back into it. So, for example, the sponsorship from Secret Mode has gone towards hardware.
Of course.
To aid in the indie area, and it's the same with the Gaming News Agents sponsorship. It's gone into things like advertising and all those bits and pieces, and we've just tried to drive down the price as much as we can. And in fact, it's cheaper this year than it was last year. And most events can't really say that.
No, I don't think there's any events that can say
no. And that's kind of what we've done. Is we want anyone who wants to be there to be able to be there.
Yeah.
For example, because we want to get a lot of students involved.
Yeah.
They get 30% off. They can apply online. Also, we've reached out to quite a few universities that have snapped them up, to be fair.
Yeah.
With group bookings of over like 6 to 7 for students, they get 50% off group bookings. So it's all about, let's get everyone there. Let's get the gaming community together, and that's kind of what it's all about. And that if we can keep the prices low, that's what we'll do.
Yeah. I like that, Hannah. Fancy going, Jesse? Something tells me you're already going to be there. I know a couple of people have bought tickets. Lulu's in the chat. Hello, Lulu. Lulu bought tickets.
I was going to say we've seen your code come up quite a few times. So
cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
Thank you, everyone, for buying tickets and supporting the event. So you can come and say hello to me or hassle me or throw things at me if my presenting skills suck.
When you're on stage, start throwing stuff at.
Yeah, if anyone want to bring any crates of tomatoes, feel free. But I just won't be responsible for cleaning it up afterwards. There you go.
I won't either.
Yeah. We'll go to the bar afterwards.
Absolutely.
Lulu does say, hang on, why's that come up on there? Oh, there it is. There. Tickets are cheap as chips, and I can't wait to go. Me and the hubby and the babbers are going. There you go. Family day out, which is awesome. Awesome. So there you go. Been to the 91 a couple of times, but Bristol is a bit too far from me, says Brian.
Okay.
Well, hopefully one day you can get there, mate.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day you can get there. So there you go. If you want any more details, click that link that's in the chat. It's in all the chats, all the YouTube and Twitch chats. We'll keep dropping it in. But shall we start the show this evening?
Let's do it.
Okay. So let's do what I normally do. Let's turn the chat on there so people can see it. And let's hit this button because it is our 252nd show. Tonight we're going to discuss games such as Dragon Quest 7, Reimagined, My Hero Academia, All's Justice, and Nioh 3. Nioh 3? Nioh 3?
Nioh, I say.
Nioh 3. Let's
hear
go
people
with
say it as Nioh.
Nioh, we'll go with that. I don't play the game, so I don't know. But there you go. Plus, we're going to talk about the fact that is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond a flop or not, amongst a roundup of other gaming news, plus the fact we have also this week we do this new feature where we pick random charts every week, and I managed to get the PS5 download chart for America, Canada, and EU. So we'll have a look at them at the end of the show. Coming up straight away, our first game tonight came out last Tuesday. This came out on PC and PS5. And this is called Aces of Thunder. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one. There you go. That is Aces of Thunder, which came out this time last week on PC, PS5, and PSVR 2, and a number of the PC VR sets as well. I mean, everyone's saying how amazing it looks. That's definitely a thing there. There you go. Brian says games that you sit down at the VR are best. Yeah, because you don't get dizzy. Not bad. Super Ninja, not bad. Not bad at all. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one, please.
Yes, this is fairly sort of going for physically accurate flight sim models in this one, and same like damage you're doing to the player. It's all meant to be physically accurate, and it's mentioned a single player campaign. I don't really think it's got like an overarching story for it, but it's got like a number of missions that you can fly, set in like World War I, World War II, like some of the main battles in the theatres of war for those ones. So you can play through those if you want to, or you have got the option of going in multiplayer. Play with a few of the mates. So getting a flight formation, take on the enemy. That sort of stuff sounds really cool. I like the way it's either VR or not VR. So if you haven't got the VR headset, you can play it on a flat screen. If you've got VR and you've got the stomach for it to handle those sort of barrel rolls that you can do, then you'll probably feel even better in that, because just I've played some games where you sit in the cockpit flying around, like Star Wars Squadrons was quite a good one.
Yeah.
You do feel properly immersed because you're looking around and seeing everything that's going on around you. It is completely different level than playing it on a flat screen, but you definitely need the stomach to take it. Because as I say, looking at those barrel rolls, and I did play another game, similar type of game on the Quest a while back, and that did make me feel like a little bit off, doing stuff like that, the fast movement. So you definitely need your VR legs for it, I would say. But it looks really nice. Gorgeous graphics in there. Yeah. It's absolutely stunning. So I would be tempted to give it a go, but I think I have to keep a sick bucket next to me just in case.
There you go. Alex, a bit of flight sim / war sim as well. What are your thoughts on this one? Do you like the look of this?
Yeah, I think I'd mimic what most people have said there. It visually looks really good. Although, I've never really been into combat like flight sims, but we, funny enough, have just got the PSVR 2 recently.
Right, okay.
And we've started playing a couple games on there, like Alien Incursion.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty good. But I would like to try it. But I think it would make you sick after a while, and you would probably fall over quite easily if you were standing up. So you definitely have to sit down.
Sitting down one.
Yeah, but no, it looks really cool. Looks good.
I like the look of it. So, for those who've not seen the show before and are watching on all the platforms, we technically don't review the games, but I scour the internet, find lots of different sites with lots of different reviews, take the scores, smush them down into an average score. You may agree with it, you may not. But if you guess it correctly, and that's why people have been putting scores in the chat already, you get a shout out in the chat. So let's see what people are saying. Let's go from the top. Danka, 6.5. Gozzo, 6.5. Lulu says, stunning graphics, beautiful scenery, not my sort of game, but I'll give it a solid 7.5. Hannah saying, a stunning 7. Brian saying, let's start with a safe 7. What else we got? Rock News, 7.5. Flame, 8. Retro says, 8. Kindred, 7. So get your scores in chat if you want to get a shout out for your channel. Dave, we'll start with you. What do you reckon this has got?
I think it looks good. I'm going to try an 8.
Okay, go for an 8. Rockmew says, I think an 8, but I'm usually wrong. Well, we'll see, won't we? Falco says a 7. Alex, what do you reckon?
Let's go 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Aces of Thunder, which came out last Tuesday on PC, PS5, and all VRs for those platforms. I can't be asked to reel them out. There you go. Dead Toxic, I'll round you up to 7.5. Good evening, by the way, Dead Toxic. Any news on the baby? Has it come out? There you go. There you go. The only barrel roll I probably wouldn't puke is the one on Google search. Yeah. So if there are no further guesses, I can tell you that this it's a sickness bug. Oh, okay. That's a lot of that going around. I can tell you this got a very disappointing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a shame. That did look really good. It's one of those ones where the trailer makes it look better than it actually is.
Yeah, there's quite a few bugs and things in it. And yeah, some people saying the motion thing is not so right, so it does make you feel sicker than even the people.
You maybe want to revisit in 6 months or so if they patch it.
Yeah, so it's a 5.5. I don't think anybody got that. I was quite disappointed when I looked at that. I was like, oh. Yeah. So yeah, only 5.5. So no one got that right, unfortunately. So yeah, sit back, let them do some work on it, and then maybe give it a try if you fancy it. But as Kindred said earlier, it's only about 25, 26 quid at the moment. So maybe wait till it's a bit cheaper, and then hopefully they'll patch it. Yeah, it does look like a game you would throw up in a lot. Yes. Yep. Indeed. Let's move on to our second game. This is one of the big ones for this week. This came out on Thursday last week for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, Switch, and Switch 2. And this is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Wakey, wakey, young man. You can't stay in bed all morning.
I've always hoped that somewhere out there were other places, other lands to be discovered.
The grown-ups keep saying that this is the only island in the world, but that's total nonsense.
Well, there's no way I'm letting you have all the fun.
Will you help us lift this terrible curse and liberate our kingdom?
Traveling the world, chatting to people. Yep, sounds good to me.
Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't want you to. We've all seen how that ends.
Only the restoration of the Almighty can bring true peace to the world.
The eerie hush that hath descended upon the world filleth me with naught but foreboding.
So the question is, who did this to the world in the first place? It's the same bad egg who's been creating chaos in all these towns we've been to. You know who I mean, right? The Demon King.
Just let me ask you one thing. Are you truly ready for what lies ahead?
I fear something nefarious is afoot.
You need only embrace the darkness once more. Prepare to be bedazzled by the Order's might.
You insist on making life difficult for me.
I suddenly feel up for watching a scrap.
I reckon you've got what it takes.
Well, did you do as I asked?
I knew you could reclaim it from the clutches of evil. You have saved us once again. Foolish puppets. Your so-called Almighty was long since cast into oblivion at my hand.
eso.
There you go. So they have reimagined Dragon Quest VII for all those JRPG fans. Now, obviously, you know that we ain't really JRPG fans on the show. Renegade of Slack, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. This one is about, thank you, Kindred, about 50 quid on the PC, 60 quid on PS5. Sick and tired of that art style. Well, they seem to have done it with a few now, haven't they, Dave? With all these reimaginings and remasters and God knows what else.
Yeah, there's been a few that have gone for this sort of art style. I quite like the sort of the main look to it. I'm not that taken with the actual character design, which I think is sort of Ghibli design, I think it's called, where the character heads are more exaggerated. I'm never quite taken with that. But you know, everyone likes different things. There's probably a good number who like this. But it's a bit different than what they've been doing with some of the other Dragon Quest remakes. I think a lot of the other ones have been that HD 2D look.
Yeah.
Pixel art in the 3D world. I like the look of those ones. So this one's okay. Doesn't grab me that much. What they're doing with this game now, because they've called it Reimagined, so they have made a few changes to it. This is like the third time they've done something with this game now. So I think originally it was at the PlayStation in 2000, had a 3DS re-release in 2013, and now it's back in this new form. And when they've reimagined it, they have changed up the way the game works a little bit. So I think they've taken some things out, added new things in. They sort of smoothed the sort of games progression, and sort of sanded off some of the rough edges to it to make it a bit more of a smoother experience for newer players who are coming to this for the first time. So it might be one of those games where it doesn't quite please the old hardcore crowd who really like the originals and liked the way they played and liked all the story content that was in them because of what they've changed in it. But it sounds like it will be quite welcoming to people who aren't familiar with the Dragon Quest series. It's one of those series that's always been massive in like Japan, but you know, I never got into any of them when they came out over here. It's been some JRPGs like yourself, so I kind of just ignored all these. But it is a massive franchise, lots of fans of it around the world. But from what I can see, it just looks all right, but it doesn't really appeal to me.
Again, like, just because Dave and me aren't fans of this genre, we try and cover as many different styles of games on this show, because just because we don't like those games doesn't mean that people shouldn't know about them. Because I know there's some people that in the chat that do love it, and there's some like, so try and make you aware, because some people, as you said, are going to lap this up big time.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah. Alex, have you played any of the Dragon Quests, and does this reimagining take your fancy at all?
No, never touched any of them. I've played obviously quite a lot of the different Final Fantasies over the years, but never touched Dragon Quest for some reason. I've known a few people who've played them, and they seem to really like the people who love them. Really love them. It seems to be that kind of you love them or the whole Marmite situation, right? But would I play Dragon's Quest 7 or whatever it is? Probably not.
Yeah, no, you're like us then. You're like, nah. See, now, someone who would, Mr. Dave Johnson, good evening. We're not talking Final Fantasy, we're talking Dragon's Quest, but he loves his JRPGs, does our Dave. So, he might try this one. Let's see what scores we got. Chat, get your scores in what you think this might have scored. Danka says this is a no-brainer. It's got to be an 8.5. Also says 8.5, and don't disrespect the great Akira Toriyama, great designer. I quite like the artwork. I'm not going to lie. I like the artwork design on this one. Lulu says a 7.5 for me. Is it just the Seven's films they reimagine? Says Rock News was the question. Don't know. Is that honest answer? Brian, 8. Let's scroll down here. Rock News, 8. Dave Johnson, 8.5. Falco, 7. Hannah, 8.5. Flame, 7.5. Danka wants to play these in the correct order. God, you're going to need to have 5 years worth of time. 8.5 and Kindred. Retro Jazar says 8. Alex, I'll start with you this time. What do you reckon this might have got?
Let's go 9.
Oh, okay. Going for a 9.
Again, I think it truly depends who's really reviewed these. Because if they're all fans, they're going to really rate it.
Yeah.
But if they're not so much, it'd be like, oh yeah, I appreciate it, blah 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 blah. Yeah. But let's just hope the people who have reviewed it are fans. So let's go 9. Right.
Okay, going for a 9. Big Fuzzy Panda says a 7. Blind, how you doing? Blind IO, how are you? Good evening, folks. Good to see you there. Dave, what say you on this one?
Oh, an 8.5.
8.5. Okay, there's quite a few 8.5s in the chat, so we'll see. So, okay, last chance, folks. Get your scores in now. This is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, Switch, and Switch 2. And if there are no more other guesses to this, Dave Johnson says, Dave's Unite. I think with this one, it wasn't bigger fans that reviewed it because this averaged out on a 7.5.
Oh, okay.
And what's interesting is it did get some 8.5s and above, but some of the more major outlets like Gamer Ranks, GameSpot, IGN were like 7s and stuff. So they were just kind of like, yeah, it's all right. I just think they had people that didn't really give a shit about it. So it averaged at 7.5 for this one. Did anyone say a 7.5 on this one? Big Fuzzy Panda was close with a 7. Flame, well done. You got it right. Flame, we give you a shout out. Your first one tonight. In fact, the first person to get one right tonight. Lulu as well. Congratulations. You got it as well. Well done. So you're the first 2 people to get that. But yeah. Yeah, I like that because it's like, there's shit no respect. Oh, yeah, I know, clearly. A lot of people prefer the originals when remakes are done, yeah. And I guess because this isn't a remake, as we said, it's a reimagining, might not tick all the boxes for some of the fans. Danker says, wow, my score radar is well off tonight. Yeah, you've not hit one yet, but we got another 6. Should be fine. The guy who reviewed it for IGN was a massive fan, but still only gave it a 7. Okay, so I got that wrong. Okay, so he's a fan, but he just didn't think it was. Maybe that's the thing. A reimagining is not what they wanted. But there you go. Let's move on to some gaming news. This is an interesting one because Nintendo released their earnings report for last year. And there seems to be something missing from it. There was a little known game that people were waiting a long time for, which both Dave and me played, called Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Now, it kind of got in my top 10 games of the year, but I did say it would have got better if it wasn't for the fact there was a lot of filler at the end and there was shite. Like if you cut that last quarter out at the end, it would have been a perfect game, but they kind of ruined it because of that. What's interesting is they've announced a load of sales for all the other games. So literally the month before, we had Kirby Air Riders. That has sold 1.8 million, well, done 1.8 million units. So that's done really well. Mario Kart World, since its release, has a combined total of, with console and without console, 14 million copies. And as we know, it's still the number 1 game in the UK sales charts right now, as it stands. Or it was last week anyway when we talked about it. And not doing too bad, because they gave it more of a push. It came out in the summer and gave it more of a push during Christmas, was Donkey Kong Bonanza, which got 4.25 million units sold. What's interesting is we saw a lot of Nintendo games coming back into the top 10 chart last week, but Metroid wasn't one of them. And it seems to think that they're thinking it's possibly sold less than 1 million. And the question is, if that's the case, why have they left it out? And why do we think it hasn't sold well? So that's my question to Dave and Alex. And chat, get your thoughts in. Let us know.
I think Metroid, it isn't one of Nintendo's most popular franchises. You know, it's been around a long time, like the Marios and the Zeldas, but I just don't think it's ever sold anywhere near as well as those ones.
Yeah.
Plus, the reviews weren't that favourable to it. They weren't bad.
But
no, it wasn't like a game that got a 9 or anything like that.
No.
It was more around the sort of 7.5 mark.
Yeah.
So it was just an okay game. Plus, it's the 4th in the series that probably a lot of people aren't that fussed about. So, probably just didn't sell a huge amount because of a few of those factors.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. It was a good game, but it had its problems.
Yeah.
So I hope if they do a 5th one, they can improve on it.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot of areas that they could improve on from the 4th one.
Yeah. Alex, did you get to play this?
No. So I haven't played a Metroid game in a long time.
Right, okay.
Can't even remember the last one I played. But I don't know. I think the Metroid, it seemed to release, but they didn't really shout about it as much as their other Nintendo titles.
I
seems like it.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel like it had the marketing push like they would normally have. I don't know whether
Nintendo
that's...
Direct, did it? They gave Kirby Air Riders 2 full Nintendo
Directs. I couldn't believe that.
Anything like that.
Yeah, it's weird. Don't know, because you would think the fans of like the older ones would be like all over it, but
yeah,
don't know.
It's interesting because there was a lot of hype surrounding it with the build up to it, and then as Dave said, Nintendo Direct didn't really give it a lot, and then it just kind of came out, and it was like, okay. I'll be honest, I Kirby Air Riders is a great game, but it's not as fun as I actually think it's not as fun as Metroid. But do you think that they were kind of like, oh, we've been trying to get this out for a while, it's delayed, but now it's come out, we realise it's okay, so we don't really want to make a fanfare about it?
You would hope Nintendo wouldn't do that, would you? Nintendo aren't normally like that.
So they don't want to shout about it so they can recoup the money back on it. Because
exactly.
It's been developing for years. Must have cost a chunk to make.
I've only seen the last couple of weeks some adverts for it, weirdly. So it's almost like they're trying to push it now, which is weird because they did that with Donkey Kong like 3 months later. It did really well, and then they were pushing it all the way up to Christmas. But as Brian said, the week Metroid came out, the only Nintendo adverts showing at the cinema were Mario Kart and DK.
It's Mario Kart, though, isn't it? I mean, you probably wouldn't even have to. Well, you wouldn't have to run an advert, and Mario Kart would still sell.
Yeah, you know, 14 million units sold so far, and probably still going, and probably will. Mario Kart 8 is still in the top 10 UK sales charts, and that's been out donkeys. So
yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, they are bigger IPs compared to Metroid, but we'll see. It might come out in the next earnings report, but it just seemed weird that it's almost like they were kind of going, we just won't talk about it. Everything else they announced, but just shoved it to the side. But there you go. Poor old Samus. There you go. Let's move on to our next game. This is a game that is on early access, which came out on Thursday on PC and is part of a game preview on Game Pass. This is the strategy game Menace. Let's have a look at this.
Get it, sir. Where you need me. Should have never come here. Gate Ripper!
Hardware destroyed.
There you go. That is Menace, which came out on PC in early access and is also part of PC Game Pass last Thursday. Tell us a little bit more about this one, please, Dave.
So this is a turn-based tactical RPG. I think you're controlling a group of Marines who've been sent to like the sort of outer rim of the solar system to initially try to get the populations of the planets under control. But pretty soon, like an alien threat rears its head, and you've got to try and join forces with all these other populations on the planet to try and like push the aliens back. From what I can see in the trailer, from what I've read about it, it looks all right, but it is early access, so you've got to bear in mind that it ain't feature complete at the moment. I think the story is a bit lacking at the moment, but hopefully that's something that will come along during this early access period, however long that is. But gameplay wise, everything looked pretty decent to me. It looks like you got good variety of characters and weaponry and vehicles to use to push the alien threat back. So it's something I might keep an eye on it, but I rarely ever jump into any early access stuff. So when it hits like it's proper 1.0, I might take a look at it then, because I do quite like playing these sorts of games occasionally. and it looks like it's got promise there. But we'll wait and see if it can actually fulfil that potential.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Alex, your thoughts on this one?
Generic. I hate to say that about games, if I'm honest, because I can't create a game. So if you've gone and made a game, amazing. But it's really not my cup of tea, and it just looks very just like stuff we've seen before, skinned. But yeah. Is it Xbox exclusive technically, being there's obviously it's on PC, but
you can get it on Steam. But it's about
PlayStation.
Yeah, it's normally about £34. It is down to £26.24, said Kindred. But it's normally $35 on Xbox if you've not got Game Pass, which is pretty expensive for early access. But yeah,
don't know about that one.
Yeah, I treat early access as a demo, play it briefly, then wait for the full release. Let's see what people are saying. Chat, get your scores in now. Let's see. Danker saying an 8. Gozzo, 8. Lulu says, doesn't look like my sort of game. Graphics look okay. I'd probably give it a 7. Brian, 8.5. Falco, an 8. Big Fuzzy Panda says a 7.5. Rockmuse says a 6.5. Hannah says an 8. Mr. Johnson says a 7. Flame says a 7. Dave, we'll start with you. What do you reckon?
I'll try a 7.
Go for a 7. Okay, Retro are also saying a 7. Kindred with an 8. Alex, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd probably say 7, but to be a bit different, let's go 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. So on the lower end of the scale. Last chance, folks. This is Menace, which is in early access on PC. You can also get it on PC Game Pass, which came out last Thursday. Dave's Unite again, says Dave Johnson. It's giving me a thing. I can tell you that this, for early access, got 8 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. Now, this is surprising because we get a lot of early access stuff, and some we get some really awful scores, and then the game never sees daylight. Or we get some that are awful and it gets better, but it's still not great. Or we get some that are middling and then they get better. This one's coming strong. The reviewers have basically been saying with this one, yes, there's a lack of story, so it's a bit incoherent. Yes, there's only 3 kind of worlds, but the performance on it is very, very good for a game of this type. So it's almost like they've not fleshed it out, but the actual gameplay mechanics are spot on. I think Kindred just said there, I just saw. Where is it? That's high for an early access, as most are low due to bugs. There's hardly any bugs in there. So there you go. So we're going to start shouting people out. Kaylee, welcome on in. How you doing? Let's have a look. Let's see. Who said 8? Danker, well done. You got it right. We'll get you a shout out. Gozzo, you get a shout out. Falco, you get it right. You did say, do I get a prize? We'll give you a shout out, Falco. That's about as, otherwise we'd be bankrupt if we were giving away prize. Hannah, well done. You got it right as well. Kindred as well. There you go. Thank you so much. They've done all those shout outs. There you go. I'm going to blow my nose. There you go. Really sexy. There you go. Woo! Yeah. If you are interested in that, go check it out because it's getting good reviews. Good reviews indeed. And from tactical games to something a bit more obscure. This also came out on the Thursday on PC, but isn't on Game Pass. This one is called Hermit and Pig. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one because this one's a bizarre one. I found myself bopping away to that one. I quite like that. That was quite good.
Little tune.
Yeah. Dave, tell us about this one, because there is some turn-based combat in this. So it looks like it's a form of RPG, but it looks like
it is. It's a very sort of narrative heavy sort of RPG, or playing as a hermit who's trying to sort of live in the outskirts away from everyone else with his pig, and then eventually just go like foraging for mushrooms, but they end up getting caught up in some bigger, I think, corporate conspiracy that's affecting nearby towns, and they go to end up going to investigate.
Yeah.
Looks okay. I quite like the art style too. Fairly simple, but it looks nice. And as you can see from some of the gameplay stuff that came in there, you have got like combo based fighting that comes up in there.
Yeah,
so I think you're just doing like button presses just to sort of keeping time to the combos. But then you have got this sort of social anxiety driven dialogue system, because you're a hermit trying to keep away from
okay.
You're socially anxious. So if you're going to say like the wrong thing in a conversation, I think you get like cringe points taken away from you. So you've got to be careful, pick the right thing to say. Try not to end up too anxious about it. So it looks interesting, and it sounds like it's a game that is kind of like made for like everybody, because of the certain aspects of it you don't like. You can knock loads of things off in the options. You can just make it completely just story based if you want. Ignore all the other stuff. So plenty of options for people to play it the way they want. It looks like quite a cool little game.
Yeah, I do like the look of it, to be honest.
I'd give it a go.
Yeah, cool. Alex, your thoughts?
Yeah, love it. Over the top craziness. Yeah. I love that, and it mixes like so many different kind of like game types in there as well. It's I really like the look of that.
Yeah, cool. That's my kind of crazy. That I think that's perfect. Okay, sorry, it made me laugh. JL, good evening. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you. Welcome on in. Let's see what people are saying. Danka says I'm in love with this one. 9 out of 10. Apparently, this is £11.51 on Steam at the moment, but normally £12.79. So that's not bad at all, is it? Compared to
pretty decent either way.
Lulu's like, what the fuck is this? I love it. I need this in my life. 8.5 from me. Hannah says, oh, cute, an 8.5. I don't think I'd like it, says Rock Muse, but I think others would. 8 out of 10. Gozzo, going for a 9. Brian, 8.5. And Flame for an 8. Chat, get your scores in now to get a shout out in the chat. Retro are also saying an 8. Alex, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this has got?
8.5.
8.5. Okay. All right. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to try an 8.
Going for 8. Everyone's scoring quite highly tonight. Falco with a 7 there. Last chance, folks. This is Hermit and Pig, which came out on Thursday on PC. And if there are no more, another video had the phrase, oh, I'm startled, sorry I farted, then he lost cringe points. Yes, 8.5. There you go. That's right, Kindred Street. Big Fuzzy Panda, 7.5. Everyone likes a good fart joke if it's delivered, raspberry. Let's have a look. I can tell you this got 8.5 out of 10.
Thanks.
No.
Well done, Alex. You got that right. Let's get
finally got one.
Yes, go on, son. First one of the night for Alex. Go check out !BVGE. You can get 20% off discount, 20% off tickets now for the event, which is on Saturday, the 28th of Feb. And the link to the website is there. Go check it out. Thank you, Kindred. Appreciate dropping that in. Also, to the following people who got this right. Kindred, well done. That fart joke clearly paid off. Zoidberg, also known as Brian from UK Gaming Network. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. You got it right as well. Hannah, well done. You got it right. And Lulu. Lulu seems to be doing pretty well tonight. She's doing pretty good. So there you go. I think that's a second one out of 4, I think, on that one. So there you go. Well done to everyone there. And as I always say this, because we're halfway through the games, all these people are getting shout outs, and thank you to the mods for doing the shout outs, but they've all got links. Please do click on them, and please do give them a follow, because they come here every week to watch us two yatter on about games every week. So please do go support them as well, because we want to spread the love a bit, especially as we're getting near to Valentine's and all that malarkey. There you go. So there was a couple of news stories last week. I'm just going to kind of skim over a few, because some are just kind of like, yeah. I'm going to be honest. I did and R about talking about the Nintendo Direct, and I saw a few people in my Discord basically going, "It's all right," and I kind of thought the only game that I was interested in was Turok. And it's funny because we said a couple of weeks ago, Turok was supposed to come out last year, and it was in our top 50 games to look out for, and then wasn't even mentioned in games to look out for this year. And then they kind of went, "Yeah, it's coming out." Still no firm date. So but that was the only game I was interested in. Everything else was just a bit meh. So we're not really going to concentrate on that. But there was a couple of news stories that did catch my eye, and I'll kind of get Dave and Alex to comment on whichever one they think is the most important one out of these. First news story of the week was the fact that the Take-Two Interactive basically said that, believe it or not, GTA 6 is on track for the November the 16th release. And there was rumours that to make sure that it gets that release and doesn't get delayed again for like the fourth time, it would come out digital only. And he went, nah, that's not how it's going to happen. So the CEO basically said it's going to be physical and digital. If we're going to put them out, we're going to put them out both together, which I think is cool because we are seeing more and more of these games that come out digital, and then 6 months, 12 months later, if it's done well, it gets a physical release. So nice to know. Yeah, November the 16th, but didn't say what year. Yeah, 2097, I believe. That's cool. There you go. But at least you can get the physical and digital at the same time after the world has ended. Also, PlayStation, also like Nintendo, released a load of figures for their end of year accounts. And Ghost of Yoti, which we saw enter back in the game charts last week, has exceeded sales more than its predecessor, Ghost of Tsushima, in the same time period. Now, it has shifted over 3.3 million copies in its first month, because obviously it came out in November. Or was it October? But I think by November, within the first month, I think that's right. It came out in October. By November, 3.3 million copies had been sold. And what's interesting is Ghost of Tsushima, which came out back in 2020, obviously pandemic and everything, also was slightly cheaper because it was on PS4, because PS5 wasn't around then. That, in the first 3 days, shifted 2.4 million copies in the first 3 days. It then, 5 months later, managed to shift up to 5 million. And as of August last year, has shifted 13 million copies. So if you take the fact that this new game is more expensive, it is actually on track to be doing better than Ghost of Tsushima. So Ghost of Yoti is doing very well. And as we saw, it was like number 22 and rocketed back into the charts. So it's doing very well. Final thing, Baldur's Gate 3 fans, maybe rejoice, maybe not. If you want to continue the story of Baldur's Gate 3, you might be able to in the brand new HBO TV series. No, there's no DLC coming. But the showrunners of the very successful The Last of Us are making a Baldur's Gate 3 show. Now, obviously, we've seen the success of Fallout on Amazon, which has done 2 series. And The Last of Us, first series, very good. I'm not going to comment on the second series. Bit like that, but still went on to win many awards. But here's the thing that worries me. Yes, you've got a good team of people that are going to be working on this show, HBO. But as Kindred has just pointed out, Larian, who are the company that made Baldur's Gate 3, are not involved at all. Whereas with Last of Us, the main team from Naughty Dog were involved. And obviously Todd Howard was massively involved with the Fallout TV show, overseeing stuff to make sure it's good. That worries me a bit. And apparently it is to do with the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 licensing is quite complicated, because technically Baldur's Gate 3 is a form of Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons is owned by MB Games. So they're technically working with MB Games to do things. So why not call it just Dungeons and Dragons and not Baldur's Gate 3? And I don't believe at the moment there's any announcement that there's any of the characters that were in it. So it's a bit like, okay, which is a bit worrying. So those are a couple of the news stories. I'll get Dave and Alex to comment on what ones they thought were like a bit dodge or interesting. I'll start with Dave. Any of those catch your eye?
Well, the Baldur's Gate 3 one sounds interesting. I mean, it does depend, and if they get some good writers, can keep up with how well it was written in the game, because that's some brilliant writing in, brilliant voice actors and everything. If they can keep at that level of writing in the series and not try to change too much, perhaps, then maybe it might have a chance. But for every Fallout TV show, we do get like a Halo TV show. It's the complete opposite end of the scale. It's absolutely dreadful. So it can go either way, when they're trying to adapt these games to a live action series. So I'd keep my fingers crossed for it, but I don't know. I won't keep too much hope, so that I'm not too disappointed if it does turn out bad. But at least if it is, we've got the game you can play. There's hundreds of hours you can put into it.
You can get.
I still haven't finished it. I need to go back to it.
Yeah,
it is that good that I will do one day.
And
fantastic stuff.
The other thing I'm going to say is, Larian have got a lot of work, because obviously they announced Divinity Original Sin, the new one. Obviously that was big, featured at the Game Awards back in December. So they've got their sights focused on that. So do they really need to be involved with the TV series? I guess that's the thing. If they're going to be making another, I would think, a highly award-winning game, because they always seem to bring out quality games. So
Divinity will keep them occupied. And as you say, it's not their IP anyway. Baldur's Gate, it's licensed from is it Wizards of the Coast?
Yes, there you go. And Hasbro, who apparently are a bit arsed when it comes to their games. They can be a bit of a pain in the arse. So
so we'll wait and see.
Okay,
keep our fingers crossed. It's more the Fallout end of the spectrum than the Halo.
Yeah. If it is, I'll be happy. I'd probably watch it if it does get good reviews. Alex, any of those news stories grab you at all?
Yeah, talk the Baldur's Gate one. I mean, I think it's a bit of a concern, because I feel like Fallout works so well. Yeah. I actually really like season 2 as well. But massive, as you probably are, massive Fallout fan. So, and just all of the nods to all the different games, and just it's so right in like every aspect of the Fallout series. Shouts Fallout, just all the nods and everything. Yeah. But my concern is they've gone, oh, well, Fallout's done really well. Baldur's Gate 3 was a really popular game.
Yeah,
everyone loves it. Let's make a series, and do you know what I mean? It just feels like I do wonder.
It's happening more common because we are getting the God of War TV series as well.
It's the same with the BioShock TV series that's meant to be coming at some point. It's like, are they all just now going, well, things like Fallout was popular, let's do our own thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. If you can make some more money out the franchise, why not?
Yeah, but gamers aren't stupid. If they love a franchise, they'll know if it's not sticking to what they love, or it's not even working around similar storylines.
The Halo show is a great example of that.
Yeah, I haven't touched that with a bar.
Ironically, I've still not watched that, and I did say I was going to watch it, but it's coming off Netflix at the end of the month, so it looks like I'll have to give that a miss.
So there you go. Not missing anything, mate.
I still not. Just like The Witcher, I've not watched The Witcher, and that's done 4 seasons, and then Henry Cavill came out of it. I'm like, oh, would I watch that? I suppose it depends. Are they doing a Baldur's Gate TV show, which they could use the role-playing game as their years or source of material, or is it Baldur's Gate 3 TV show, so direct from the game? Again, don't really know. And the only other one that's a good exception, I've not seen this, but loads of people have spoken very highly about it, the Twisted Metal TV series.
I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah,
I keep hearing great things though.
So I would like to see that. Weirdly, I think over here you have to watch it on ITV Player of all fucking things. I think something like that. Yeah, I was like, really? Okay, great. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. There you go. There you go. It's good. I've heard lots of good things. Lots of good things about that. So I would like to see that. So there you go. Anyway, we'll see what develops with Baldur's Gate 3 and whether GTA 6 comes out in 3047 as predicted. We'll let you know with more updates. Talking about TV series, we have now got our next game coming up, which also was on PC and came out last Thursday and starred a woman whose name I can't remember, but she was in Hollyoaks and she was in the first season of Game of Thrones. You may recognise her. Can't remember her name at all. But check this out. This is a new interactive game called The Run.
A very good morning, everybody. So I have traveled to northern Italy, world famous for its running trails. It is a little bit isolated, but should I go in and check it out?
This place is super eerie.
Which trail did you take?
The north.
Then we'll take the south trail.
Outside here. Run to live. I don't know how many are out there.
This isn't an attack, a shot and left him to die like an animal.
As if things weren't complicated enough already.
There's only one option for me.
There's only one way to make sure he doesn't follow us again.
There you go. Thank you, Kindred. Roxanne McKee, that's her name. She's actually been in a lot of high-profile stuff. It's weird. It sounds really bizarre that I know this. Don't ask me why. But Hollyoaks ran a competition to find 2 new actors to get in the show. And she won a competition. So she was in that for a bit. And then next thing you know, she was in the first series of A Game of Thrones. She was the Lady of the Dragon's assistant, and then she backstabbed her and they locked her in a thing and killed her, blah, blah, blah. If you haven't seen the Game of Thrones, spoilers for the first season there. But she's been in lots of other stuff as well. So it was really weird that I played this trailer and was like, oh shit, I know her. So yeah, How the Mighty Have Fallen. I'm sure she's doing very, very well. There you go. This is very much like a TV series. FM games, I've played lots of these. So yeah, this is normally when we get FMV games, it's done by Wales Interactive, but this isn't. This is done by someone completely different. So Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, someone else muscling on Wales Interactive's niche. But this looks all right from what I can see. Yeah, your character is called Zana Hendricks in this now, which is a fitness influencer. So she's taking herself over to Italy to film herself doing some stuff. Online, please her followers. But in this particular event in the game, she's gone for a run in the countryside of Italy and bumps into a couple of strange fellas in masks who start hunting her down. And it's taken the usual sort of style of FMV games where you get to pick what actions your character takes, and you'll either survive through or you'll see many, many death scenes. So it looks all right as far as these things go. I think I think as you progress through it does show you how the story could branch. So I think you can go back and play the sections differently to sort of see how the story branches, what things you could have done differently. So that sounds interesting. And as I think Kindred put in the chat, it's not particularly expensive either at the moment. I think so.
No, it's
£10 even when it's not on sale.
Yeah, it's about £10. It's now £9 currently. He's also just put all this. It takes approximately 90 minutes to play. Story map is a map of the running trail, with little photos appearing when you've made key decisions. For the character, the map is great because you can see the paths you missed and how to find them. And with 200 scenes and exactly 20 deaths to uncover, so multiple playthroughs are a must.
It only takes 90 minutes. You can at least do a few playthroughs, can't you?
Probably could in an afternoon, yeah. And get her killed over and over again if you're that way inclined. So there you go. Alex, your thoughts on this? Back with the FMV now.
Yeah, I wonder what the actual audience is for these FMV games. Are they people who love films? Are they people gamers? I don't know. I know it was kind of a product of we can now do video when it in the 90s or whatever. But now I don't know. It's an interesting idea. I do wonder whether once you've played it through 90 minutes, you've watched essentially a film. Do you want to go back and play it again, or I don't know. I really don't know. I'm surprised there's people still doing FMV games. Because but maybe that's reflected in the price.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a tenner, it might hook people in. But interesting.
Yeah. It's funny. I was offered a copy of this a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know what it was, and it was one of those days where I had a load of things in my inbox and just went delete, 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 and then it came up this week, and I was like, "Oh shit! I might have actually played that, but too late now, so I ain't getting a copy." But yeah, so it's one of those. They did it with the Black Mirror episodes, Bandersnatch, which was quite good, and I did play multiple versions of that because that was fantastically weird. Why they took that off Netflix, I don't know. You can't play that anymore. I don't know why. But there you go. Let's see what people are saying with the scores. A middling 7, says Danka. Gozzo, 7. Falco, 7. Oh, there seems to be a trend there. Lulu, very interesting take. The acting doesn't look too good, to be honest. I'd probably give it a 7. JL, a 7. Oh my God, everyone's saying Rock Muse, 7. Oh, thank God for Brian. He said a 6.5. Thank you, mate. Kindry said going for a safe 7. Dave, I'll start with you. What do you reckon for this?
I'm thinking the safe 7 as well.
Safe 7. All right. Hannah saying a 7.5. Flame said 7. Dave Johnson says this better not be a fucking 7 because there's going to be a lot of shouts. Drawn Unicycle. Hello, Drawn. How you doing, buddy? 7. Retro Chazar 7. He says, I'm not doing all these shout outs. Oh, my dear God. Well, Alex, what do you reckon this has got?
Let's go 6.5.
6.5. Okay. King goes, come on, lucky 7. It's H. Hello. How you doing? Great to see you again. 7.5. Dave Johnson saying same 0.5. There he goes. Say 7, Alex, and I'll no 6.5. Thank you, Alex. There you go.
No problem.
That tickled me. Right, this is The Run, which came out on PC on Thursday the 5th. And I can tell you that the mods are going to be happy. But they are going to have to do a few shout-outs because it's got a 7.5 on average. So better than you think. So Dave Johnson, I'll do you a shout-out. It's H, well done. You get yours. Hannah, well done. 7.5 from you. Most people did say 7. But well done to the number of you. There you go. Hannah's like 3 in a row. See, now Hannah's doing pretty good. Well done, Hannah. Well done. So we'll get those shout-outs to you very shortly. There you go. Congratulations to all of you. Our next game is obviously quite known to some, if you know the comics and the anime as well. This came out on Friday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And this is My Hero Academia All's Justice. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one.
Can you imagine how the boy must be feeling? Even facing death, he sees One for All as a treasured gift from his favorite hero.
Is it possible to become a hero even if I don't have a quirk? I can do it. Visualize yourself as a hero who can arrive anywhere.
I won't lose. To show I'm the symbol of peace.
If I can't even save one little girl, a hero who saves everyone! Can I really call myself a hero?
So, tell me, why is it you want to be a hero?
What could you possibly do?
I'm sick of all these pretty lies. You know, you're always taking a beating for everyone else, but I want to fight with you.
I won't go down like this, Deku!
I'm always ready to challenge you!
I won't let you bear everything alone again.
With everyone in Class 1A working together.
Our hope for the next generation isn't just you. It's all of you.
Let's put an end to this! We'll blast through to your main body! Come on, guys!
Please. What's on your mind? Tell me.
It's because of you! I'm becoming the man I always wanted to be! So run!
Sometimes we have to do things we don't like.
Lights tend to flicker on and off. Even if mine is snuffed out, someone will pick up my torch and shine in my place!
Now, Detroit Smash! Quintuple!
But even if all I can do is crawl, I'll still fight! Because I want to witness the fire raging in their hearts with my own eyes!
This is my story!
It's our story! Fear not, because we are here!
You got this, dude!
Get wrecked!
Stop letting me get ahead of you, Deku.
Is it possible to become a hero even if I don't have a quirk?
You can. You see, ever since that day, you have been my hero.
Enough with introductions. Let's get started. I might not know what you're up to, but I'm going to win, no matter what!
It was worth it just to get the da-da-da-da-da that we love on this channel, because even if the game we don't like the look of it,
at least that made it for the season pass shit at the end.
Yeah, ever since they brought that in January last year, Bandai Namco, love that little jingle. It's great. Makes all those shit games sound so much better. I couldn't tell how that game was played. I've not played a game or watched the anime, but it does look cool, says JL. I also want to say thank you to, well, firstly, good evening, Gilfly. Good to see you, buddy. But also, Drawn Unicycle, you've reached a 60 stream streak. You've just been rewarded 450 Mojo Bites. Congratulations, dude. Dave, tell us more about this anime game.
Yeah, well, I know it's an anime. It's kind of as much as I know about the series.
And end the review. Thank you very much.
That's it. But I read about some of the modes, and it's got like a few different ways you can play it. So it has got like a story mode where I believe it lets you sort of play through the events of the final season. So you get to go through all that, play the climatic battle. Then I think it's got like separate like 3v3 combat arena modes you can play into, and a few separate modes where you can like pick a range of characters to be in your sort of group from all the the main ones from the series, and then do a few missions against some of the other villains and see if you can come out on top. So there's a few different ways to play it.
Yeah.
It's going to be one for fans of the series, so it does not remotely interest me in the slightest. It's like when the Dragon Ball Z games come up, I'm always like, oh god, one of those.
Yeah.
Don't interest me at all. But there's always a big fan base for these animes. So
there is.
I bet a lot of people will be looking at this and go and play it and enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay, all right, Alex. I know you're not a fan of this stuff, so it's kind of like you can, if you want, you can just say skip if you want.
Yeah, I mean, weirdly enough, I have actually played one of these games before, the My Hero games. And it was, I don't know if it's the exact same play style. They were more just beat 'em ups. But and again, I've actually watched some of the anime, and actually, I don't dislike it. Weirdly enough. Yeah, that and Dragon Ball are pretty much the only anime things I've really ever watched. But yeah, I think I'd agree with Dave. It's another one of those that the fans will love it.
Yeah,
it's another entry in the stories they love. Would anyone else pick it up? Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it looks interesting.
There you go. Who are you, and what have you done with the real Alex? Imposter.
Yeah, bit of a U-turn there. See, no one expected it.
I'm a little disappointed how long to beat as down as an average of 6 hours 30 minutes, which doesn't seem long when you think about it compared to it. And it's really expensive. I'm going to say this. Kindred said 50 quid on Steam, 55 quid on Xbox, and 55 quid on PS5. So for a 6 hour game, that seems a bit pricey. Not going to lie.
Yeah, definitely just one for the hardcore fans, I'd say.
Yeah. Let's see what people are saying with the scores. Dank is saying a 7. Libby Lulu says, oh, looks okay, but I guess 7 maybe. Big Fuzzy Panda, 7.5. Gozzo says 7, and everyone watch the anime. Brian from UKGN, 7.5. Rock Muse, 7.5. Hannah, 7. It's H, 8. Kindred, 7. Gilfly, 8. Retro Shazar, 8. Alex, I'll start with you. What do you reckon?
Let's go 8.
Going for an 8. Flame coming in with a 7. Dave, what do you reckon?
I'll try a 7.5.
7.5. Okay. All right. Folks, this is your last chance. This is My Hero Academia All's Justice, which was last Friday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. I rate Imposter Alex 7 out of 10, but 7.5 for the game. There you go. I didn't like the anime. His voice irritated me. There you go. Interesting. Bit like the new Muppet Show. fuck me, they've ruined Kermit's voice. Just saying, if you're going to watch that one-off special on Disney Plus, even though it's getting rave reviews, took me out of it.
Oh no!
Just putting that out there, not good. I didn't like it. If anyone did, fair enough. But I thought it was shit. I can tell you, I came up with conspiracy theories way too easily. There we go. I can tell you, this got a lot of people are close to this. Not as high scores as some people thought, but 7.5.
Hey.
7.5. And me being me, going off on a tangent and talking about Miss Piggy and Kermit, I can't remember who said what. Who said what in the chat? I'm kind of I've got like cold brain, so someone says something like that. Squirrel, I'm like that. Dave Johnson will give you a shout out. Well done. And Rock Muse, well done. Brian, well done. Big Fuzzy Panda, well done. Did anybody else say 7.5? I think that's it. I think I've got everyone. But there you go.
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, bloody hell, Dave. You got your first one right. Hang on then.
I did, finally.
Right, finally. Here we go. Only 2 more to go. You can make up for it. You can do this. Let me give Dave Johnson a shout out. 1 second. I'll do that on here. And then for those who don't know, Dave doesn't stream. He doesn't have a Twitch account or anything like that. So there we go. There is Dave shout out. But we can give him a shout out another way. People in chat can do exclamation Dave in chat. John Unicycle got it right as well. Thank you. But Dave, how would you like your first shout out of the evening?
You can do some spinning on your chair, but
okay,
if you like, because you're tired, you could just close your eyes and have a little power nap while you're spinning.
I'll probably puke up. But we'll see. He says I'm too sick for spinning. I'm too sick for the knee cracking. Yeah, God, we'll go. All right, let's do this then. Ready? I'll do a leisurely spin. All right.
That's it.
Dave! That was a cop out, but there you go. And then I have a coughing fit. There you go.
Okay.
Brilliant. There you go, Dave.
Spin and last to the end of the show.
Yeah, that was so weak. I know it was shit. Dave wants to kill Mag. I approve. I want my money back. There you go. No refunds. No refunds on this show. Okay. Our next news story is an interesting one. We talked about this quite fully back in 2022 when this happened. But in the last week, something very interesting has happened. Because, can you remember the uproar in 2022 when Overwatch 2 came out? And it basically alienated the whole player base of what was a huge success of Overwatch. Things are changing, and they might actually be able to get things back on track. And it's the players that are doing it. Thousands of players have flocked back to what has now been called Overwatch, because Overwatch 2 has now been rebranded as Overwatch, and they have basically
Mag, you've got where's Mag gone?
Oh, is he gone, has he? I thought it was me for a moment. I was just checking.
No, he's died.
That's the end of him. The cold has overcome him.
Oh no! No, that's not good. What did I do? I didn't do anything. Oh no! See, I've brought down the entire stream now.
That's it. It's all over now, isn't it?
Do you know what I reckon it was? I bet he's had a Windows update.
Well, they do cause problems, don't they? I think someone put in chat last week about one of them wrecking the Asus ROG Xbox Ally, broke part of that. So yeah, wouldn't surprise. Oh dear!
Oh look, he's fully gone now.
We can slag him off. He won't know.
Oh dear! I don't think I've ever seen this happen on one of his streams before.
I think it happened to him once. He was away somewhere, and he ended up in the one guest star. I think it was in it might have been a hotel over in Ireland, and that but it's never happened to him when he's been at home before. So I wonder if he's had another tree go down the street that's taken out the internet. That problem tail end of last year.
I tell you what, I do remember one stream. This was years ago, and this is story time hour now. Where I remember he was so drunk and he fell asleep on his stream. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I remember seeing the end of that one.
That was That was quite something.
Entertaining one.
Yeah. What do we think of the Overwatch rebrand?
Wow, that's what he was in the middle of going on about, wasn't he? So,
yeah. I mean, I think it's a good idea, right? So if Overwatch 2 wasn't what people wanted, they've reacted and gone, okay, let's just give them more of what they originally liked. I think that's not a bad thing when studios do that, because they're actually realizing what their core audience want. That's what I would say anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think they really wanted them to do the changes that they did to them to the gameplay, and to also completely close down the original game, because they canned that one off. I think as soon as number 2 launched, I don't think you could play the original Overwatch anymore after that. Is it coming back in? Oh, there
I'm back. No, I've just had
Oh.
a power cut. Everything just went off, and like literally for a split second, and it just
That's
went
all
a
right.
bit weird.
We were just slagging you off.
We were off.
That's
Yeah.
It's standard. There you go. Yeah, I could hear some bits. It's really weird because my laptop was still on, because it knocks everything out, but it didn't knock the internet out. So I was still watching you guys talking, but everything else just went off. There you go. So yeah, you covered the whole Overwatch 2 story. Did you manage to do that?
Well, kind of.
Just getting into it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you some facts and figures if that's all right.
Go for it.
So basically, before I got cut off, I was about to say, as of literally today, there's a brand new 1-year plan going out, which is like a roadmap of what they're going to be doing with a load of new content, a load of different competitions and things. They're also doing a Hello Kitty event. Sounds crazy, but there you go. But they've already stated that as of 2027, there will be a follow-up roadmap for another year. So they're already committed. They're adding new modes. They're changing things. And what's interesting is they're adding 10 new characters, and there is a year-long story campaign where you can watch a number of story shorts, and it basically takes you through the story of Overwatch over the course of the 12 months. When Overwatch 2 first came out, it had 78,000 concurrent players on Steam, and unfortunately it dropped down to like something like 40,000 because it wasn't as popular. In the last week, it's gone back up to 69,000.
Well, that's pretty good.
So the fans are coming back to it.
Yeah, I have to see if the changes they're planning and all the new content will keep people sticking with it.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, there's a lot more choice out there now since Overwatch originally released. You are spoiled for it, and there's more and more coming all the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're doing the right thing. Yeah, new characters could be good. Although I did see an article earlier saying I think people don't like the design of one of the new characters, because that character was shown, I think, previously in like a sort of anime form and looked better in that. So I think a redesign of that character been looked into.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not a big Overwatch fan. I know there's a lot of people that are, but the fact that they might have actually been able to turn this around after more than 3 years is pretty impressive. So much so that Jordan's Unicycle just said 69. Nice. See where his mind's gone. But there you go. We don't need Mag for TNGC. Imposter Alex is now going. I can't think that's the night off, especially the way I'm feeling. But there you go. Yeah, sorry about that. Just like literally, it was one of those things where the power went on and off again, but it totally fucked all this. So it was just like, okay, got to reboot everything back up again. But there you go. Let's move on to our final 2 games. This is probably the biggest game of the night. This is the 3rd game in the series. This came out on Friday on PS5 and PC. And this is Nioh 3. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
How foolish of you to have entered the depths of hell!
There you go. That is Nioh 3, which came out on Friday on PS5. Currently 65 quid on Steam and 65 quid on PS5. So top end gaming on that one. Dave, tell us more about this one.
Yes, this is continuing the saga from the previous 2 games. It looks pretty decent graphics wise from what I can see in there, and premise wise, story wise, it's kind of similar actually to Code Vein 2, which I think we looked at last week. Similar sort of theme to it. You're going back in time in this one to different like periods of Japanese history to change events to affect what's happening in like the present day.
Yeah.
So 2 games with like similar sort of storyline to, but I think this one just looks better because Code Vein didn't look particularly outstanding, did it last week? Graphic was a bit weak. True. This does look pretty spectacular, and all the previous games have looked pretty spectacular as well. The few changes they're adding into this is they're sort of going for a bit more of the open world feeling, a bit like what Elden Ring did. This is another Souls that's going to follow with that structure there, make it a bit more open. Tons and tons of stuff to find. I think this is one of those games that if you really want to get into, maxing out your build, you can spend a lot of time in menus looking at all the different weapons and armor that you pick up to try and find the right build. But the one thing that's quite nice in it is if you're not interested in delving deep into that side, there is a setting to just say to the game, just put me in the best stuff, and it will just do that as you pick it up. It will put the best ones on, let you carry on, which I think is pretty cool. And something else I've added into this is a new combat style. So I think normally it's just a samurai style, but there's also a ninja style in here as well. So you've got 2 different combat modes you can freely just switch between as you're playing. So all that sounds quite good. But I think for anyone looking to play it, if you've played the original games, they were rock hard. This one is meant to be rock hard as well. So if you like your challenging Souls likes, this is meant to be very, very challenging. So anyone who's feeling a bit of a masochist, you can bang your head against a brick wall with this one for a while.
I ain't got time for that. I'm not going to lie.
I like some Souls likes, but not too ridiculous.
This is going to be hardcore. I can't bring myself to do this. I'm already in pain. I don't need more pain. Alex, your thoughts on Nioh 3?
Yeah, I'm very similar. I play most games now on easy because I just want to enjoy the story, or it's not. I don't really have a huge amount of time to constantly get into games, if that makes sense. So the shorter experiences are usually the things I go for. But yeah, it looks very cool. I'm sure it would do quite well. Yeah, I mean that's all I've really got to say about it. It looks stunning. And I'm sure, it will rate quite well.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what scores we've got in the chat. John Unicycle says an 8.5 for this one. Now, if you remember, this was in our top 50 games to look out for in 2026. It was number 11 in the top 50. Dank has tried to predict all the scores for the games, so he predicted an 8 for this. So let's see if he's right. It's H, also saying an 8. Brian, saying 8.5. Rock Muse, 8.5. Hannah, 8. Gozzo, 8.5. Lulu says this looks good, 8.5. Flame, an 8. Kindred, an 8.5. So everyone's kind of going 8.5s. Dave, what do you reckon?
I'm going to try. I'll try a 9. I've seen a few good scores for it.
Yeah. Okay. Going for a 9 on that one. Retro Jazar says an 8. Alex, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I was going to go 9 as well, actually.
Okay. If you want, you can have the same score. Weirdly, all the guests have been going, I can't have the same score as Dave. No, it's fine. If you want the same score, you can have the same score.
You're allowed. No rules.
It's allowed. There you go. Whereas last week, Dave and Lauren were just dancing around scores. It was quite funny. There you go. The Daves unite once more. Dave Johnson's going for a 9. Well, this is your last chance, folks. This is Nioh 3, which came out on Friday for PS5 and PC. And if no one else is going to put a score in the chat, I can tell you that this got the high scoring game of the night, because this did get a 9 out of 10 on average.
Nice.
So there you go. So well done to Dave Johnson. Drawn, if you could happily shout him out. So the predicted score was not quite there, unfortunately. From Nagan, loads of people were very close with 8.5s. Obviously, Bristol VGE, Saturday the 28th. Get your tickets now. You can get 20% off tickets by clicking that link. Go check it out. All the details are on there on the Eventbrite and the website, because Alex got it right, so we'll give him another shout out. And Dave, how would you like your shout out, your second one?
Well, save your knees for tonight since you're not feeling your best. You can do your slow walk on from the side, mate.
Okay, me or pixelated me?
We'll go for pixelated you.
Yeah, I'll take Bob Ross with me. Here we go. Right, you ready?
Go for it.
Dave!
Very nice.
There you go. I say, that's me, but it's also Bob Ross. I'm multi-talented. There you go. There you go. Well done, Dave. Exclamation Dave in chat. Ems, good evening. How are you? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. And certainly not the end of the show, but our final game of the night. Now, I played this on stream last night, courtesy of Xbox. This came out on Friday on PS5, PC, Switch 2, and Xbox Series X and S. And this is the brand new Carmageddon game, but this one's called Carmageddon Rogue Shift. I also know that Brian from UK GN did a lengthy stream on this over the weekend. So let's have a look at the trailer for this. Okay, so we've got a brand new Carmageddon game. As I told the whole story last night on the stream, that this was a game that originally got banned. And then they had to reclassify it and dumb it down so that instead of killing innocent pedestrians, you were killing zombies. But then you could take it back, get a patch, and change it back to the original game, which was fantastic. We used to love it. And there's been numerous sequels since, but this is something a little bit different, isn't it, Dave, compared to the usual Carmageddon?
Yeah, that's right. I was kind of like surprised to see the name Carmageddon again. It seems to sort of keep appearing every few years. Someone just drags the IP out and tries to do something with it. So yeah, I mean, I think I only ever played the first one back in I think 1997, when it upset the Daily Mail crowd, as you say, the Britain over pedestrians. The British papers didn't really like that.
No.
But it was the best part about it. Loved it. Great fun. But I don't think I ever played any of the other ones. This new one looks okay. This one's gone down like the zombie route. Yeah. So it's just running over zombies, which no one seems to mind. But this is adding a bit of like a roguelike flavour to it. So I think each time you play, it sort of generates a sort of run for you, just like a map, and you can like pick the different events you want to do.
Yeah.
To try and get to the end, and you're going to be trying to get improvements to your character and car as you're playing through it, I'm guessing, and try and like improve during like each run that you're going to be doing through this. Well, I think the ultimate goal is to try and sort of escape the city that you're stuck in, get to some sort of I think spaceport, so you try and get away from all the zombies that have taken over the world. I think racing looks okay. I think it's just a basic arcade racer. Getting weapons as you go on the track to take out people, or just side swiping into them to take them out. Looks okay. Whether it will keep you coming back over and over a roguelike run, you might play it for a few hours and then you might have seen everything it's got to offer. So I think one of the reviews I did see said there's only so many event types in it at the moment. Whether they add any more, another question. But at the moment, I think you probably get a few hours out of it, then perhaps start getting a little bit better with it, maybe.
Okay, I'll give my opinions on it in a minute. But Alex, what do you think to this one?
Very disappointed. I'm like you. I loved the original one. I still play the original one to this day, and the second one actually. And I didn't even know this was coming out. So this until I knew it was going to be on the stream, I didn't even know it existed. And not sure why on earth they've gone for this kind of just racing, because the idea of Carmageddon before was you could just go off in your own directions and just try and destroy everyone else, etc. Yes, you could still race, but people do that? Probably not. They probably just went and crashed into everyone else. But oh yeah, no, not good. Really not impressed with that.
Dave Johnson says, I'm with Mr. Imposter Alex here. The original is beloved. This is not Carmageddon. No characters, no fun.
Yeah.
There's no real story and no information on whether there is going to be any future content. It's more of just Death Race. So what I'm going to say is I really enjoyed my time with this last night, and I've been playing it this afternoon. And Brian said something, he said it a few times, that he played it on his stream on the UKGN channel. And he said, it's a solid 7. It's nothing brilliant. I don't think it's a Carmageddon game. I think this is a problem. It feels like they've slapped the label on it. If it wasn't called Carmageddon, whether it would do better or not, I don't know. But it is, you are forced into races. There is no open world aspects. None of the characters are in it, but the cars from the originals are, which is a nice touch. So you can build up those cars. But you are playing as a single person. But yeah, Death Race Burnout is the best way to describe it. You sideswipe the cars or you shoot them. Yes, the zombies are in there, and we've seen different types of zombies and bigger zombies and other things that happen that make it more difficult. I've got to the 3rd boss. I haven't got bored yet, and the further I get, I seem to be opening more and more levels. People on stream, we did it once, died, did some of the same levels, got past the boss, open new levels. So it feels like it's opening up more. But I do feel like this could be a, drop in, drop out, easy play. Because even if you're doing a run, the nice thing is you can save it and then go back to it. So you can just do bits of it. I mean, it's good. It's just not what you would expect from a Carmageddon game, I think. So there you go. It gets better the longer you play it. Yes, but I am enjoying it. So let's see what people are saying with the scores. I will say this. I know the Switch version is apparently dog shit. And it's got absolutely trashed. It runs terribly on the Switch. But apparently on PC, PS5, and Xbox, which was the copy I got, runs perfectly fine. Danker, 6.5. Lulu said, this does look amazing and it looked fun when you were playing it last night. I'm going to give this an 8. Rockmuse, 7. Obviously, Brian, as we know, said a solid 7 out of 10. It's H says 6. Gozzo, 7. Hannah, 7.5. I'll say 7, even with mostly negative reviews I've seen. M says 7.5. Dave Johnson, 7. Flame, 6. Alex, for the last one, I'll go with you. What do you reckon this got?
I'm just jaded now because I'm just angry looking at it. Let's go 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. Retros are coming in there with a 7. Dave, what say you?
I will go with a safe 7.
Safe 7. When in doubt, go for a safe 7. Yep. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Carmageddon Rogue Shift, which came out on Friday on PS5, PC, Switch 2, Xbox Series X and S. Don't play it on Switch 2. Don't think it's worth the price. I'm going to say I do think it's a little bit pricey because it's about 40 quid on Xbox. And wasn't it more expensive on Steam or something you said, Kindred? I'm trying to remember now what people said. But yeah, some of the versions were even more expensive than some of the others. I was like, bloody hell, really? So, oh no, or was Xbox the most expensive version? I was so glad I got a free copy. I was like, fucking hell, it's 40 quid. So yeah, I think that was it. It was something like 32 quid on PC. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Kindred. 40 quid down to 35 on Steam, 40 quid on Xbox, and 33. So PS5 is actually cheaper, which is mad. But obviously Steam, it will go back up to 40 quid. I'm not sure it's worth that. JL coming in there with a 6. I can tell you that this, I don't think it deserves this score. I'm going to say this now, but I'll let you know the more I play it, whether I think it does. 6.5 out of 10. So, Alex, well done. You got that exactly right. Well done. On there, a couple of you nailed the head on the head. Dave Johnson saying a 6.5 as well. Anybody else say 6.5? I'm just scrolling through the chat. Danker, well done. You got it as well. There you go. So he's done pretty well tonight. Done pretty well. Dave, what did you say in the end?
I said a 7.
You said a 7. So
I was wrong, unfortunately.
There you go. We get a shout out for Alex, and we'll do multiple shout outs. You can check out Bristol Video Games Expo, which is on Saturday, the 28th of this month. And you can... Wrong command, Dave. But
hey, wrong time of year.
Yeah, wrong time of year, yeah.
We're not there yet.
No. He's gone, oh, God damn it. He's got, we'll put more on.
He's having a moment.
He's like, what is happening? It's gone wrong. That's fine. Go get your tickets. You can get 20% off your tickets for Bristol Video Game Expo by clicking that link and using the code MAG26. He was like, I had a meltdown. It's fine. It happens. I'm an imposter, Dave. Never mind. So there you go. So congratulations to Danka and Alex for getting that. Our final bit of news before we wrap up the show is obviously the new segment that we've added to the show this year, where we look at different game charts every week. We've looked at the UK charts, the Steam charts, etc. I was looking at possibly doing the Steam with free games. I might say that for next week, but this one interested me the most because the PS5 download only charts have come out, and I've got two sets of charts here. We'll ask that question in a minute, Ems. So, firstly, PS5 download for US and Canada only, and this is based on everything sold in January because they only put these figures out last Friday. So we've got at number 10, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, which is 2 years old now. 9, the biggest selling game on PS5 last year, Forza Horizon 5. Number 8, UFC 5. 7 is EA Sports FC 26. 6 is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. 5 is EA Sports Madden NFL 26. 4 is Minecraft. 3 is NBA 2K26. Number 2 is GTA 5. And number 1 is Arc Raiders. So that is what is in the download charts for PS5 in Canada and US. And when you look at Europe and UK, it's kind of jigged round a bit. Because you have got Hogwarts Legacy at number 10. You've still got Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora there at number 9. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 at number 8. It Takes Two at number 7. And I've just seen that Hazelight have just announced their production of their next game. So good on that. Forza Horizon 5 at number 6. Minecraft at 5. UFC 5 at 4. GTA 5 at 3. Arc Raiders at 2. And then obviously we love our football a bit more over here. So EA Sports FC 26 is top of there. It doesn't surprise me that the US and Canada, that the basketball, the Madden is all higher up. UFC, there's a lot of sports games in those charts. Bit more broken up. But yeah, Avatar, a game that's over 2 years old. And they obviously brought out that new mode just before Christmas. Still doing really, really well. So there you go. Probably the only thing that is selling on Ubisoft right now.
They need a win, don't they? So
they do need a win. So there you go. So those are the charts. Anything that kind of shocks anyone there? Chat, let us know. Dave, Alex, opinions on that, on those two charts?
I wouldn't say anything too shocking. There's some good stuff in there. It is nice to see Arc Raiders so high on both sides. That is a good game. But I still find it funny. Stuff like GTA 5 is just still up there all these years later. There's still people who are buying a copy to play, I guess, like the role play stuff that's around. Yeah. But it's ridiculous how well that has done.
Yeah.
We need to see if GTA 6 stays in the charts for so many years after it comes out.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting. Obviously, Minecraft's still doing great guns, as we've seen. Minecraft is in the UK, still in the top 10 games, just like Mario Kart 8. It's a game that I think will never go away.
Some of the games will be there forever, won't they? Or it feels like they will be.
Yeah, which is awesome. Alex, any opinions on those?
One thing I will say is actually kind of a commentary on what Microsoft are doing with their titles, aka allowing them to be on PlayStation.
Yeah.
It does make me... Will they stop making an actual Xbox console? Are they just going to go software like Sega obviously did, famously, and just leave Nintendo and Sony to keep bringing out their consoles? Because Sony aren't going to stop making PlayStations. I can't think.
They're doing well.
They sell incredible numbers, and the same with Nintendo. With every new version of the Switch they keep bringing out will be really popular. I think Xbox have gone for that. Let's make a solid, a big catalog of games.
Yeah,
to be a bit like the Netflix of the games world.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like their real focus is on. So just acquiring the studios to build that folder of games. Whereas Sony, although Sony aren't really bringing out anything too spectacular themselves, there's arguments with that, but I don't know. It's interesting. And the fact you can now play Gears and Forza and all that, on PS5.
Yeah, and you're going to be getting Halo soon, and a few others. So.
Yeah, it's probably a good move by Microsoft. If I'm honest, probably makes sense.
I think this is. Yeah, I think this is the debate we seem to have week in, week out on this show, isn't it? Because Xbox are still saying they are committed to doing consoles and blah, blah, blah. And you kind of go, but we don't really know what you're doing, what your goal or your plan is. I mean, I know they've got games coming out. Obviously, we've got the new Forza coming out in May, but that will come to PS5. Yeah. They've stated that. We've got Fable when that comes out in the autumn, but that's coming to PS5. We've got what else? We've got the Gears E-Day. That's highly likely to get to PS5 at some point. We know that Halo, that's due to come out as well. So doesn't
they've
seem
lost.
Really, yeah,
feels like they've lost their idea. Exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Kindred saying Rockstar bought the main RP company, so I guess GTA 5 will stay in charts for the RP till GTA 6 is finally up and running with online play and RP. So I think that's very true. I think that's the thing. There you go. Avatar hits Game Pass next week. Yeah, if you've not played the Avatar game, I genuinely, honestly, really recommend it. 2 years ago, I thought it was one of those games. It got delayed by a year. Didn't think it was going to do much. It's really good fun. And I actually think it's probably still one of the best things Ubisoft's put out in the last couple of years, in the last 2 years. Everything else they've seemed to put out recently has been a bit disappointing. So there you go. AMD said last week that Xbox chip for new hardware is on target for 2027.
It'll be interesting to see if the console does actually come out in 2027. But of course, all the component price, especially like RAM price at the moment, I have to see whether they choose to delay it or not. But everything points to it being pretty expensive regardless. And it does just kind of sound like it's just going to be a glorified PC, really.
Yeah. And then we've said about this, it's weird because you'll be able to play Steam games on it, but then technically you'll be able to play PlayStation games on it because the PlayStation games come to PC, so you can then play PlayStation, and you're kind of going, so what's the point of the Xbox?
Yeah. I mean, it basically isn't really going to be an Xbox. It's just a PC. It's just going to be an Xbox branded PC, isn't it?
Yeah. It will still come out before GTA. Possibly. It's H says, are the console wars over? Having games dedicated to one console is great for console sales, but the far into the cycle, most people have the newer console. So it makes great business sense to focus on getting their games out on as many platforms as possible and making profit from buying all the studios. Yeah. So maybe that's where they're at. Because look at Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones was a massive success when it came out 2 Christmases ago. Came to PS5 last April. Just about to drop onto Switch 2 now.
Yeah.
Cracking game. Fantastic game. So, and again, Studio. It's Bethesda, isn't it? So, and Machine Games, owned by Microsoft. So there we go. I'm going to drop one question because we're going to wrap up the show. Ems has said, is there a date for Knots? Sorry to put it
all I will say, nothing bad. All I will say is I was in Nottingham. When was I? On Monday, yesterday. That's all I'll say for now.
Okay. We'll leave it there.
Yeah. Just keep an eye on the socials. Obviously, at the moment, Bristol's coming up 28th. And the year will continue on. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Hopefully, not putting any pressure on you, Alex, but if it does happen, it's nice because there's we were saying this the other way. There's a massive gap in the gaming events thing. It's really weird that got a couple this month, then there's a bit of a gap, and then we've got DreamHack. And then April is crammed with events. There's literally events on every week of April.
Yeah.
And then you've got an event, which we won't talk about because it's shit, in May. And then you jump to TwitchCon at the end of May. And then there's this huge bloody gap for like nearly 3 months. And then after an event that we talked about last night, there's a massive, huge gap until October. And it's like, what's going on? Where's everything disappeared to? So there you go. Save us, Alex. We need something in the summer. Just saying.
Trust me, I have had so many messages and emails, and it's because obviously normally by now we've started to kind of say register, all that sort of stuff for early bird tickets, all that sort of stuff. There's there's a lot of things going on in the background. And I mean, who knows? Am I just talking about Nottingham? Who knows? But just keep an eye on the socials. That's all I'll say.
That's it. That's the thing. Here you go. Last year was fun.
Thank you.
So it was a very good event. I mean, I've done 2 out of the 4. I managed to get to 2 out of the 4. It always seems to be the odd thing. If you don't do it this year, bloody knowing my chance. If you do it next year, it'll be the year that I have to skip. So it'll be like, fucking typical. But yeah, there you go. Kindred, totally random here. I'm just disappointed Marathon is coming to all consoles. I'd be happy not to have a console. It's on. Well, we'll talk about Marathon next month. There you go. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. That is our show. Massive shout out to the wonderful Alex from Bristol Video Games Expo, and maybe Nottingham. We'll see. Again, link is in the chat, which will be appearing in a minute. You can get 20% off tickets by using my code. Thank you to everyone who has used my code. Saturday, the 28th of February, 10 a.m. if you've got the VIP ticket. Otherwise, 11 a.m. for everyone else until about 5 o'clock, maybe 6 o'clock, depending on what's going on. Loads going on, loads of panels, loads of competitions, indie game area, cosplay area for the first time, Pokemon area for the first time, loads going on. Please do go check it out and support it, because I know how bloody hard Alex works on this event and other people behind the scenes. So go support it. Yeah. So go support it, please. And I'm very much looking forward to it, because it's my first Bristol one. So thank you for asking me to be there, mate. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah. As always, thank you to the Fountain of Knowledge and the man that made the show moving when I had that little bit of a power cut. Thank you to Dave. Thank you to all the mods that have been here tonight. Thank you to everyone who's been watching on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who's been watching on Twitch. Greatly appreciate it. We will be back next week with Tuesday Night Gaming Chat. Our guest is a streamer who's never been on the show before. It is Cheeky Tiffers, all the way from Chester. She will be on the show next week. If I don't die over the night, I am attempting to do a Just Dance stream tomorrow.
Best of luck to you.
Plan that well.
I'll get the eulogy ready just in case.
So looking forward to that tomorrow, with the way I feel right now. And on Thursday, we are playing the brand new Suda 51 game, Romeo is a Dead Man, which we'll probably talk about on next week's show. So that's what we've got lined up for you. Yeah, that sound command don't work, Kindred, but yeah, I'm pretty much fucked. Yeah, there you go. I can't wait. I live in Bristol, so I'm very happy. It's right on my doorstep. There you go. Praying for a power cut tomorrow. Why couldn't that happen tomorrow night, let alone tonight? There you go. Anyway, for those on Twitch, we're going to go raid over to someone. For those on YouTube, it's just going to end. Sorry, that's the way YouTube works. If I don't do Just Dance tomorrow, do I have any games in mind? Yes, it's called sleeping. That's my answer. If I don't do Just Dance, there won't be a stream. But I think there will be. Shouldn't make myself laugh. Sleep stream? No, rock music. No. Ray Diva, says Lulu. We can do that. What is Diva playing? She was doing. Funny enough, we were talking about the Resident Evil games. She was doing some of the Resident Evil games. What is she playing? Let me just mute that for a second. Oh, she's not. She's not playing the Resident Evil games. She's playing a bit of Dead by Daylight. So that's a nice, easy raid. So we will do that. So let's go support Diva. She's one of our mods for when we do the TikTok streams. I'll press that button and it will all start. And then all that leaves for me to say is, that's working. Great. Wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great evening. And I shall see you back tomorrow at 8:30, maybe, for some Just Dance where you get to pick all the songs. God fucking help me. From all of us here, thank you very much. We're going to do that thing where we wave. Good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.